Hi, this is Tina VanDerwerker with Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices. I am here with Sabrina Hauser from Capital CFO Plus. Thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Thanks for having me, Tina.
Oh, sure. So tell me a little bit about you and how you started your business.
Oh, sure. So I started Capital CFO Plus while I was the CEO and CFO of a nonprofit. I was there for about 20 years. And since I held two really big, important titles when I was looking for my next chapter, I kept coming back to the CFO role. And I thought, if I'm doing this, then there must be other business and nonprofit leaders that are doing the same. So that's kind of how the idea and concept got started for me. And then it just grew from there.
Yeah. So kind of tell me a little bit about with your clients, have they been impacted by the changes that we've seen in the market with the inflation rates and things?
Yeah, I would say that the biggest change is, people dealing with materials have had to do a lot of problem solving and figuring out for their clients deadlines and when things are coming through, as well as the increase of costs and how that's going to impact their business. And if it's, the right time to start raising prices, knowing that that's kind of impacting everybody right now.
Right. Yeah, it is hard because, so many supply chain issues have caused so many, builders are having a hard time and everything.
Right.
But yeah, you don't necessarily want to pass it on to the consumer, but you have to run a business. So,
exactly
you
right.
have to kind of be careful about that.
Yeah.
So have you given them kind of some input as far as what would be the best solution for them or kind of how to go about it?
Yeah, that's 100% part of our strategy with our clients is our CFOs are meeting with them on a monthly basis to review their financials, talk through any key indicators, red flags that they see, and then help them figure out a game plan and a strategy for what and how to improve.
Yeah, perfect. So is that part of, you're helping them grow their business? So is that kind of part of their plan, or do you have like an overall strategy that you kind of do with everybody, or obviously it may be tailored individually, depending on the type of business, but, kind of tell me a little bit more.
Yeah, it is highly customized. We do offer strategic planning and budgeting, as well as budget reviews for our clients. Not everybody participates in that. So some people just use our bookkeeping and CFO services for financials, but absolutely part of what we do offer in terms of how to help them strategize for the future.
Perfect. And how should people be preparing for tax season? Nobody wants to think about taxes, but, in order to kind of give their accountant the best leg up, if you will, they should probably have some things ready. So kind of what are some strategies that people should use to get ready?
You should start now. That's right. The first piece of advice I would give is do not wait until January, February, and March of next year, because you're going to have to file extensions and deadlines are definitely going to be missed. Right. So you should start now. If your books are not cleaned up, that's the first place you're going to want to start, is really making sure that they're accurate and well, categorized and in place. So that's the first place. Get your books situated, get your financials ready for your accountant. The more you can hand over, just the easier that transition is going to be between you and the accountant. And then they can kind of run through your work very quickly.
Yeah, because the more organized you are, don't bring the shoebox full of receipts.
Don't bring the shoebox. Correct.
Perfect. All right. Anything else that people should know about you or your business, or kind of what to do for financial gains?
I would say the other thing to keep in mind for end of the year is, I actually just sent my staff an email about this is when you really should start organizing your 1099s too, if you have contractors that you work with and vendors. Really start to get that in place and organized, and make sure that you have their W-9s in place, because that's always a scramble too. And then just about our business, we kind of handle everything from bookkeeping to CFO work to payroll services, and we do a lot of back-end office administration work. So if anybody does have questions about, how we can help them strategize and save some time, that's what we're here for. So just let us know.
Okay, great. So you work with individuals as well as businesses?
We do. We definitely help people manage their personal finances as well. And we do that in a couple of different ways. We'll either help people create and stick to a budget, or we have some really busy business owners that need us to do their financials for their home. So they'll have us, pay their bills, put in their revenue, put in their expenses, hand them actual financials for their personal homes,
Okay.
as well as their businesses. So we can do it either way.
Nice. So it's a one-stop shop.
Yeah, I like to think of it that way.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me. I really appreciate you giving us a perspective on your business, and then, we can kind of figure out how people can, I'll put some information as to how people can get in touch with you if they have further questions.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was great. Thanks,
All
Tina.
right. You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Tina VanDerwerker with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and Sabrina Hauser with Capital CFO Plus.